Welcome. You are now experiencing
We on one podcast. They cannot say it. Nobody sings.
Yo, even though I got flaws and scars, I'm made for this and I came too far. Yo, even though I came through the pain, I thank God for teaching me things and showing me things. Even though I got flaws and scars, I'm made for this and I came too far. Hey yo, street dreams are cream and beautiful things you can believe out the love and live and speak it in. I used to think if I gave love, I get it right back. Found out real life doesn't really work like that. The word as an action verb, though we use it loosely. Electric sensations, jotted it down on this loose leaf. Snakes in high places, lost souls, two faces. Stuck to the script until I chose not to keep it basic. Couple changes, praying through the test, I aced it. The pain I faced it in stride, even carried the weight, played the fool. Never observed and learned jewels till it remains as true. These evil streets is cruel. The old heads tried to warn me, but I didn't listen. Had to learn for myself, adjust the intuition, follow the vision, and had to remix it too. Live and let go. Shit be hurting, but I got through and got the message. Tilted my brim and kept stepping. God bless me, formed against me, no weapon. Even though I got flaws and scars, I'm made for this and I came too far. Yo, even though I came through the pain, I thank God for teaching me things and showing me things. Even though I got flaws and scars, I'm made for this and I came too far. Hey yo, street dreams are cream and beautiful things you can believe out the love and live and seek it in. Perspective is everything. I came through so many things, used to be important to me to see a wedding ring. Who made these rules? Are they made to break? I pray my angels guide me and I learn from making mistakes. Could never hate, I'm too busy loving. Writing these bars, cooking something hot in the oven. You sleeping, well let me wake you up quick. Unloaded the spit, conspicuous flames, and got it lit. Not just another bitch, but shit I'm so slick like woods. Bridging the gap in your deficit. Already took a hit, now you free basis. If it's to free your mind, I wouldn't want you to waste it. A new page I'm turning, you about to be learning. Roll with a few, a ink pen out for something to burn. Till I'm paid in full, it's still hard to earn. Hard to pull the early bird, gets the worm. Even though I got flaws and scars, I'm made for this and I came too far. Yo, even though I came through the pain, I thank God for showing me things and teaching me things. Even though I got flaws and scars, I'm made for this and I came too far. Listen, street dreams are cream and beautiful things you could believe out the living, love and speak it and breathe it. Breathe it in, y'all. Breathe it in and breathe it out. And breathe it in, y'all. Just breathing in love. Breathing in love, y'all. Listen.
What up,
fam?
Yeah,
that was some flames right there.
This is We On One Podcast.
We On One Podcast.
I am Drake, old man on fire.
On the Baltimore Don
Jones.
And today we have the lovely Miss Lyfe Stevenson, aka the Oracle, aka she got so many names. What's going on?
Hey, y'all, can you hear me guys?
Yeah, we can hear you good. We can hear you good. That Scars track, man. That was dope right there. I like that. It was a nice vibe, a nice bounce to it. Where did you record that? When did you record that song?
I recorded that about 2 weeks ago. I was blessed to get that track from a brother named DJ King Gray here in Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I recorded that with Naughty 410 about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a dope track. I like that right there. It was a nice bounce to it. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Lyfe. Introduce us. Let the fans get to know who you are.
All right. Well, I'm just on a journey. I love music, first and foremost. I think, music is the heartbeat. Everybody loves music. You got that one song or that one experience where that song might have got you through something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Music is so important. Yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I love writing and I love classic music.
Okay. So as far as any musical projects, you got any projects out? Any past projects, any current projects that you're working on?
Yeah, I do. I did a tribute to ODB of the Wu-Tang in 2020.
So dirty bastard.
Yeah, it. It's one of my favorite, and actually my favorite, hands down, all time, because I actually met him in person. You know what I mean? So I never forget our only conversation. And Cloud 9 is the project that's coming up next, which is kind of an extension of my love for the Wu-Tang clone and classic music.
Okay. Shout out Wu-Tang.
Shout out to Wu. My favorite rap groups.
Yeah, those guys, man, they definitely legends, man. Yeah, definitely. On that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that definitely sounds good. What else you got going on, like?
Well, right now, I'm actually tapping into painting. Painting. I didn't know I could draw a little bit.
Okay.
So, many of us musicians, I know you're an artist yourself, you just got multiple talents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I just recently discovered I could draw a little bit. So I just been kind of painting, going hard in the paint for real.
Okay. Hard in the paint. I like that. That's what's up. That's a good thing. That's a good hobby right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I wanted to ask you a question. How long you been doing this? This is the Baltimore Don. Ask you a question, by the way.
Yes, Baltimore Don. What's up? What's good?
Doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. I've been doing music or writing for some time. You know what I'm saying? But I was a mother, so I had to take care of my family. And now that my girls are going and I'm a little older, I'm like, I definitely want to get in there. I got this opportunity. It's nothing holding me back. I had no major responsibility, so I got that extra win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm back, bitches.
Okay.
Sound like you put your heart into your music when you well, I'm not there when you record, but I'm assuming when you're there, you know what I'm saying, you just putting your heart into it, because I was listening to you and I was inspired by some of the things you were saying. You just sound like you're well-rounded and, and a good songwriter.
Yeah, I value what I write. And also, I came from the background of, like I said, Wu-Tang, Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, Eve, Foxy Brown. These are the artists that inspired me, so I can't
legendary
stray away from that.
It sounds like you was born in the 80s.
100. Just show my age, huh?
I was born in the 80s too, so we like vibing. You talking about
Lauryn Hill? Yeah, I know.
Hey, like this Donnie, right? Like,
yes.
You being so versatile, right? Like, they don't know you did comedian work, you know how to sing, you rap. You ever think about just doing like a one-woman show and just show all your talents?
Absolutely. It's slowly coming together. I look up to artists like Donald Glover, you know what I mean, who he has a similar kind of thing going on. He has the freedom in the space to do that and to create. And so I look up to artists like that are just multi-talented to kind of tap into my own lane.
Right.
So comedy was a great outlet for me. During the time when I was raising my kids, you know what I'm saying? I gotta admit, like, during the teenage years, I was going crazy in here, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was times where I would have had to get to that daggone bottle of Johnny Walker and hit the club.
Oh, man.
Johnny Walker.
Right.
I'm telling you, it was times I had to go to the comedy spot and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna get up here and I'm just gonna throw my pain out there and listen to the other comics and learn a little bit. And it really worked. It was very therapeutic.
Yes.
I'm a clown anyway, you know what I mean? So
like, since I know you, I know for facts that what you do, you really talented in it. Like, you don't just, if you can sing, you singing it. If you rapping it, you rapping it. It ain't like you can go on a song and sing and then you using auto-tunes. No, you actually singing. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women don't have that talent. You get what I'm saying? That you really don't need no help, no co-writers, no nothing. You can just put that out. How long did it take you to get to that point?
Well, like I said, it was looking at people that inspired me to cater the way I write and sing, and then being a singer or being able to sing as a Black female, and admitting I'm not the greatest singer, and just kind of letting go of the idea of everything having to be perfect. You're going to hear them cracks in my voice because I sing from my heart. And, Mary J. Blige is one.
But you do know your limit, though. You know what's going to mesh right with what you do, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not just going to take on anything. You're going to go with something that's fitting your vibe. You get what I'm saying?
100. Like, you got to know your lane. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed.
I like that music that comes from a special place, you know what I'm saying? Because if it ain't coming from a special place, it ain't going to be that's something that's going to sell, you know what I'm saying? If I rap, if I play basketball, it's going to come from the heart. Anything I do, it's going to come from the heart, you know what I'm saying? So I try to put my heart in the podcast, I'll put my heart in that, you know what I'm saying? So, I definitely feel you. I definitely can feel that you come from your heart and from a special place with what you do.
That's right. I really am not attracted to the illusion because I live real life. You know what I mean? So I think it's very important.
Say that again. Say that again.
Like
I think they heard you. Say that again, please.
I'm not really personally attracted to the illusion. You know what I mean? Or trying to maintain that. Yeah.
That's a serious ass quote right there. Because, like, when you really listen to it, that's really like everybody else is attracted to the illusion. You get what I'm saying? So
I mean, don't get it twisted. I say I got my flaws. I'm human still, and some of that shit is attractive. You want to get the money. You want to, even me as a girl, like, you want beautiful women to listen to your shit. Right. You want the fly guys to like your shit.
But even though with that, they attracted to what you putting out. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't really have to do an illusion of who you are because you never did nothing that you thought people was gonna like. You did shit from what you liked and it came out on people. That's why they like it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to act like something for them to gravitate to you. You just was yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was just yourself. You feel me?
Well, growing up in Philly and Pennsylvania and then moving to Baltimore, it was artists that I was around all the time that were just as talented as me. So, and they knew me personally. So even if I would have at those earlier times in my career or during my development tried to adapt that style, I would have had people that would have had checked me. Like, that's not true. Come on.
Right.
So it's important sometimes to surround yourself with the right people too. And especially when you have, or you feel like I feel like I have purpose.
Right.
So I have friends and people that hold me accountable, which I love and I appreciate.
And what I appreciate about it is you from like damn near two of the hardest cities, states. You from there and is none of that would never know that you from hard places like that. You get what I'm saying? Like from the grimy shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I could still tell where you from, but you don't portray it. You get what I'm saying? You don't pick it up and say, I'm gonna do this because this is where I'm from. You get what I'm saying? Or I'm from Philly, I'm from Baltimore. You get what I'm saying? You still doing you though.
And look,
you feel
and the first time and to piggyback off of what Donnie just said, the first time I really kicked it with you was when you came to our studio, J Legacy Studio, and we was vibing out. And I told Donnie, I said, yo, she is bubbly as shit. I would not have known, you feel what I'm saying? You, like, coming from...
Let me share this, too. A part of my personality, I used to look at it as a bad thing because I had some pain from it, too, but growing up in different homes when I was little in Pennsylvania, you just around different spirits. I was raised with so many people, like, moving from foster homes that You just definitely had to be yourself.
Right.
And my brighter self is always present. Yeah.
Let me ask you something, because I mean you just because you just spoke on that right there. And
I ain't even want to get too personal with her like that, because I could tell in her music that she been through something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I could tell that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wanted to go that personal, but you did. I appreciate you for coming out. Give me some closure on that. Go ahead, Drake.
But let me ask you this, Lyfe. Because you spoke on that, and I ran across your feed today, and you were dropping some deep personal gems. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, touching on what you just said, what would you say to the young ladies that's growing up in hardship, or young little guys that's growing up, you know, with the family issues just coming up, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, because like I said, you got a bubbly spirit, like you're a bubbly person, and it's like, oh my God, like, yo, she about sunshine and butterflies and shit. I'm like, yo, what the hell, you feel? But it's a good thing though, you know what I'm saying? So coming from, you know, where you came from and the issues that you may have had, like, what would you tell someone that's coming up that may be going through that, you know what I mean? That may be, you know, checking out the podcast and they just don't know how to, you know, they just don't know how to overcome anything. They just think it's a closed door, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, well, this is the thing, because that illusion is part of the problem out there, but you just gotta really love yourself, for real. You have to have a deep love for yourself and searching for, like, to become greater, and know that this shit where you at, that's not forever. The present circumstances is not forever. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
I was lucky too growing up. I had like the best and the worst life somehow, but everybody, like my teachers, always loved me. So I gotta admit, even though I had some hard shit happen, on the B side, I was also spoiled, rotten. So because I had the outside world that was kind of, like on those days I would get like a little sad or something, there was always someone like a teacher or just somebody that was real as shit and could get in there and say the right things, or like that's why I love music so much, because at times where I didn't have that escape, I would hear something, a positive confirmation. You just gotta,
a song will come to your head,
dig
like
deeper, self-love. Yeah,
you definitely got,
you know, because like what you say about that, like self-love is the biggest thing, like, because for real though, you could have went the other way, and from which you came from, you could have been a very fucked up person. You get what I'm saying? Like, like digging in shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you could have went that route. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I'm no saint. When I was growing up, you know, my uncles and shit, I'd be in this motherfucking crack house.
right.
So watch them do this shit. Alcohol, all that shit in my family, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
It is that deep self-love to know, hey, this isn't it.
Right.
This ain't it. I gotta find something else.
If that can break through, for a lot of us, or could have broke through for a lot of us would be different. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes you just take longer. It's just good that your self-love came more faster than anybody else's would have had. You get what I'm saying? Like it took me a long time to know that I had to love myself before I can go forward with anything. You get what I'm saying? So when you can get that self-love, you look at things different. You know what I'm saying? So I know how you look. You feel me?
Yes. I was just grateful to have brothers around me. It's very important to have strong men. We need our black men. I'm not even going to put it any other way. One of the strongest things that ever happened in my life, most powerful things, is when I moved to my foster home. I met my brother Darren, who was a producer, and he was making beats in the basement. This is amazing to me to see, and he would take me digging for records. You know what I mean? I guess for us women, having a man, a strong male figure is important.
It is. It's very important.
Right. And I mean, you know, Evie, that's why I said it took me to have daughters to see my perception different about things. You get what I'm saying? And figured out and found out how much they need a man, and not a man, their father in their life. You get what I'm saying?
A helpmate, basically.
So it do make a difference. You get what I'm saying? So when you find it, you found it. You found that one thing that, like, damn, I could do this. And how my life is, not how my life is, but how I think of things. I think everything be written. Your path was already to go there and do that. You get what I'm saying?
Destiny,
everything was set up for you to go there. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got put in that place for a reason. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like predestined. Yeah. It's predestined. Yeah. I always look and say, sometimes I be like, why me? You know, sometimes I get into them pockets of why me? You know what I mean? But then I gotta turn on some Stevie Wonder and remember that nigga's blind.
Right. You know, like I said, I say,
good example.
I say this about, I say this, like, everything I ever went through or been through, done, it put me in a position to who I am now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things I come past and say, damn, why I get right here to do this? And a lot of times it was just there to be there for people. But since I've been through things, I know how to deal with things with people. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know how to maneuver with it. And I was like, damn, I think I got hit with a gift and a curse. You get what I'm saying? Like, I lost something to gain something. You get what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes you gotta lose everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it took me to hit rock bottom to start loving myself, for me to bring myself out of rock bottom. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, you gotta counsel yourself.
Feel me?
You definitely gotta counsel yourself. And, come up with a like I know it might sound crazy, but I talk to myself sometimes. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I tell people that too. But if you think about it,
no, your best companion is yourself.
Yes,
I had to counsel myself. Go ahead. What you were saying?
Einstein did that. Einstein is known to talk to himself when he's still trying to figure out equations and mathematical, scientific things. That's how you got to do it. You know, you got Nostradamus is sitting there. He's coming up with these predictions on his own. So he's speaking to himself.
Right.
So that's the key to everything. That's why I bring it back to self-love.
You got water. It's like watering a plant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta water yourself. When you feel down, you gotta go take yourself out and go do something for yourself. Hand self, this for you. You know what I'm saying? If something, the whole day just been crazy, go treat yourself. Go get your toes done. You know what I'm saying? Go get your nails done.
You know that thing where they always say, I should have listened to myself earlier. If I would have listened to myself earlier, I wouldn't have been right here.
Yourself
like
sitting
yourself tell you
yourself want love.
When you gonna, no, yourself tell you when you gonna do. You know it's fucked up. Yourself tell you why are you doing that.
Yeah, yourself will
you question yourself. You get what I'm saying? So after you go past that question and you still go do it. Yeah. You didn't even listen to your own self, and you knew it was fucked up.
It's called
you
instinct. Instinct. You gotta follow. People be like, "Oh man, I had a feeling in my gut. That gut feeling." You know, they get instant. You know what I'm saying? We tend to ignore them a lot, and that really be yourself trying to tell you things. But look, hey, Lyfe, let me ask you something. You got a lot of different names. What I'm saying. So, I mean, can you elaborate and explain, like, where did you get the oracle from?
I can't wait to tell this story. But I got actually the same brother that I told you about making beats. We had a mini argument one time. My last name, my adopted family's name is Stevenson, and I was having a meltdown, and I was like, I'm not carrying Stevenson no more on my last name. Yelling at my brother. And so the next day, I was watching The Matrix.
I knew this was outside. I didn't want to say no. I want her to say it.
I was watching The Matrix.
Keep going.
And I found out a lot about that character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not only is the movie written by a black woman, but it
I
was
didn't know
also
that. I never knew that.
Directed or something. It's a black woman that
she wrote it
in the Matrix.
Oh, shout out to you, lady, and it's Black History Month. Salute.
And then the Oracle, the lady that played the Oracle, who has passed away, that woman, she played a powerful character. She was very important in the awakening of Neo. Okay, it's like your auntie figure, your mother figure.
Right,
Everybody has that woman.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take on that persona because, you know, even the Oracle, they know they can't tell you all the answers, but they could point you in the right direction.
Exactly.
And so, you know, I could feel that. And then I do have, like, I like to say psychic tendencies and shit. But everybody got that. It's just powerful intuition. And I mean, and I am a mother, first of all. So that's why I chose that name.
Man, shout out to all the mothers out there, man.
Shout out to all the strong mothers out there taking care of their children.
That's what's up, though.
One thing I know since I known her, that was her first priority. If anything else, her kids was her first priority. You know, a lot of women, they going through things or wait, boom, 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 or they have opportunity to do other things. They still gonna do what they do. Her priorities was her kids,
as it should be.
You know what I'm saying? So when you know when she drop off or whatever, you know
her time is important.
You know she's handling family.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's all it is to it, and can't nobody question that. Never. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely can.
That's what it is.
So the song that you had, Scars, we played that a little earlier, right before we brought you on. What inspired that?
Well, you know, just saying and confronting my scars, you know, and the things I've been through, just saying, yeah, I've been through that, but you know what, that's part of my story, so here it goes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I got these scars, and me, I like to be upfront, even with my lover, I gotta let them know, hey, my nigga, I've been through this. You know, if it work, it work, if it don't, it don't. You know, but that's where my inspiration for that song came from. Just wanting to tell the truth.
Okay. Yeah, the truth is definitely important. Definitely important. Throughout your musical journey, who are some of the producers and the artists that you work with, and who was your favorites to work with? And, you know what I mean? Like,
Me, I like to work with anybody for real. And at first I got into this box because I had been searching for culture, you know, so it was like I didn't want to mess with anybody unless they was foundational black and all this other stuff. I went through that phase as a young girl. But then once I matured, I'm like, I want to do music with anybody who want to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? If they want to fuck with me and they know my story and they cool with that, let's work. Because I just want to work with anybody. Some of my favorites thus far. Of course, I'm a shout out Naughty. When I first moved to Baltimore, I met him online. He just happened to live around the corner from the preschool I was teaching at.
Oh yeah, you definitely was a teacher. We're gonna come back to that though. Go ahead.
So that was one of the artists. I'm trying to remember all of Tata G. I met Tata G when I first moved here, who was just a great energy, and I was so surprised how humble he is as a person, you know, and how he just cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody want to be around somebody cool, so that was like, oh,
that's my guy right there. Definitely.
Yeah. Kia Sample. She introduced me to a lot of things when I first moved here. She took me to 5 seasons. I didn't even know it for 2 weeks. And she was introducing me to people, Foxy P, C-Note.
Okay.
Shout out C-Notes.
Drea the artist. Julius Swag is another producer in Baltimore that I've had the pleasure to work with. I could keep going on and on because there's nobody in Baltimore yet that I've worked with that I didn't appreciate because everybody's been so real.
Okay. So as far as the artists that you've worked with, what are some of your favorite songs that you put out or that you've worked on and haven't released?
Well, I got a song you getting ready to play. I want to talk about that a little bit because I'm excited about it, actually. I traveled to Atlanta last April, and I was just going down there to hang out with my brother, but I bumped into this girl named Cedar Riley, and we just started vibing, and we wrote this song real quick, went to the studio, and she killed it, and I love that song.
What's her name again?
Skeeter Riley. Skeeter Riley. Her dream is to write for Chris Brown one day, and she could sing too. So it was just cool shit vibing out with her. She got like crazy creative vibes, so we was just zoning, and we came up with that song, which is like, y'all know I love dirty. Mm-hmm. So I'm just, talking about my fantasy guy and being in my feelings and we in our feelings and, just wanting to make the best of it.
Okay. So
she killed it.
She killed it.
She sings and raps.
I have to check that out. Definitely check that out. And what's the name of that song?
It's called In My Feelings. It's going to be... Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and play that for him. Check that out. This is In My Feelings by Lyfe Stevenson.
Yo. See, some got drama, some got trauma, some got issues stem from their mama. Either way, I'ma shed light like I'm 40 volts of lava. The problem vivid, time is ticking. What's gonna solve a world? Keep revolving, spinning things. Going fast, that's the way we live in. Shame is cryptic, trying to explain the vision would be words without limit. But I'm about to get it in, thinking out loud. Give me a moment to jot this down. Gotta get it out. Everything around got a certain ring to it. Some days gotta sting to it, but you gotta stick it out. Pick it up and get to it. These rituals I better had to pursue it, observe it, and put it in the music. Different views and different folks. Switch up moves, it's different strokes. That's the way it is if you rock the boat. That's what they say, you should've rocked the vote. Oh, what do these people know? The critics and naysayers antidote. Said what I said and I meant it so. Rewind and tape, analyze with a quote.
I be in my feelings, babe, and we need a new solution. Yeah, 'cause you be in your feelings too, so we need a resolution. Hey, I don't know what to say. There's gotta be a better way. Yeah, hey, I be in my feelings, babe. You had me in my feelings, babe.
Fantasy, it's a daydream. Peace the dirty ODB. White posing, acting all stanky, frontin' like that he don't need me. Damn, could it be trust issues? Baby, I was just fucking with you. No one know that I would never dish you. Only one to get the hug and kiss you. Now we turned up, sipping juice on a tour bus. Whitney Bobby type fisticuffs. No, it's the lux, yup, it's the lush. What's that? That's us. I've been in my feelings, but so what? Feel that, that's that good stuff. And you can turn it up, go ahead and let it bump.
I be in my feelings, babe, and we need a new solution. Yeah, 'cause you be in your feelings too, so we need a resolution. Hey, I don't know what to say. There's gotta be a better way. Yeah, hey, I be in my feelings, babe. You had me in my feelings, babe.
Okay. And my feelings. That's dope right there. That's dope right there. I like that. I definitely like that. I felt like I should have got a verse on that or something.
How you gonna
We
come
can
in
still
on
stretch
that?
that joint out now.
I want to hear how you gonna come in on that.
Hey, Lyfe. I done heard a lot of your music. That's one right there. You feel me?
That's definitely.
I got a question for you.
That's definitely one right there. That's some That's on some chart shit for real. You feel me? Because that's official right there. You know, I done heard a lot of your music, so
I got a question.
That one together.
Not to cut you off now. I got a question for you. Are you single? Because you talking about you and your feelings. Are you single?
Well, you know, I have a concept of marriage that I'm not sure about. I would love to be married. I am single.
Mm-hmm.
I'm single. But the thing about that is, I'm not sure if we're supposed to have ownership of a human for the rest of their life. I'm not sure about that. But
I love you.
Know that
I'm glad you think like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that concept. I'm pretty sure that came from Western culture.
Right.
That, you know, that he had to own his wife. He had to own her. Bitch, you not going nowhere.
Right.
Ball and chain.
You with me
but
forever.
But if you do find your soulmate, that is a lucky and blessed thing.
Right.
But I think that maybe when we are in these relationships, as seasons come and seasons go, you know, that we're supposed to strengthen each other and teach each other new things. And when we separate, it's supposed to be a thing of growth, not a bad thing. Because I think there's a problem that we have. Even I have that, you know, the controlling, the jealousy, you know, we women, we outnumber dudes naturally.
Right.
And now, moving forward in 2022, I don't want to get y'all in trouble on radio, so I'm not going to say it all like
single.
that.
I'm good. I ain't gonna...
No, let me hold up. I'm not to cut you off. Not to cut you off, right? But you actually, I always preach this. I think I always say it, and I believe in this. You can love someone, but I think it need to be a break sometimes. If you can appreciate them and take your break and come back, if y'all gonna be together, y'all gonna be together. You get what I'm saying? And you don't actually gotta leave and mess with another woman or be with another woman. It's just that you gotta have a chance. I think you gotta have a chance to miss them if you're around them all the time. You get what I'm saying? Like, you cannot, it's no way nobody, I don't want to be around my kids all day. You get what I'm saying? I mean, and I love them to death. I die for them. But I don't want to be around them all the time. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? That's with anybody. I'm a person that if I need a break, I'm taking a break. Because that's how I'm going to keep my sanity. You get what I'm saying? So I think that should be in a relationship too. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you need that self-love. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? It's no way possible that people can say they can do it for that long. You get what I'm saying? Even if you do, I think you could love somebody enough to come back to them.
So basically, not to cut you all down, you looking for a husband, actually, right? You're not in a relationship. You willing to wait on your husband to come? Because that's how I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my wife to come, me personally. I ain't in no relationship, and I ain't in a rush to get in one. But that's where you at as far as your relationship status.
I'm a girl. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm a female. I've been crying for the past 20 years with my husband out. I ain't going to lie. Shoot. But it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah. I am who I am. And that's another thing about having self-love. When you start to get that, you know, feeling, you gotta check your ego, because sometimes that's ego saying, dang, I'm lonely and all this other shit. But you got yourself. Yeah. And that's the place where you create, you know, but no one man is an island.
And you know, I say,
we need each other.
Yeah. I say once you get to that state that you can like actually be alone, now you can move, you can go forward. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people cannot be alone. You get what I'm saying? Like, no matter what they do, they can't be alone. Once you can be alone, like when I could start going to the movies by myself and go out to eat by myself,
well,
I know I was evolving. You get what I'm saying?
Shoot, I told you, I'm telling the truth. One time, I was in my late 20s. I called a nigga 37 times that day.
Dang it.
Oh, you was one of them ones.
That might be why I'm single to this day.
Because you keep a tab on him, boy.
I am not gonna lie, because I got me. I don't know. So I think sometimes you may be forced to by spirit to develop yourself.
Right.
You may not even want to, but you got to. You got to. If it's a reason, it's because you got to work on yourself, and then you'll attract it to come to you. And so and then you can't try to control it when it do come, because some people, they get that great thing and they don't know how to handle it, because they, and they let it slip through your fingers because you didn't know how to handle it, because again, it comes from self-love and not taking ownership of somebody. And these are hard lessons that anyone could benefit from learning and appreciating. It'll help you from keying somebody's car.
Right, definitely.
Right. Because we tend, and like I said, we get caught up in the hype of, like you say, we got caught in the thinking once we get with somebody, then that's when the jealousy start. Like when you first meet somebody, you kicking it, y'all chilling, y'all cool. Then like 3 months go past, and it's like y'all really find out who each other really is. You get what I'm saying? And then that's where the thing starts. You get what I'm saying? So now damn, I'm fighting over this nigga. I'm doing this and I'm doing that, cause we all look for love. You get what I'm saying? So when we let our wall down and become vulnerable to somebody, that shit is hard to break.
I think it's more of a trust thing.
You get what I'm saying?
Trust, and once your trust get broken, I
don't even think about trust. I just think once you lose that you think you let somebody, you became vulnerable to that person.
Yeah.
And they took it, cause I think the truth, if you say you leaving out or I'm doing this, you either can handle the truth or you can't. So if you that's why I always ask a woman, if I actually told you the truth, would you be mad? You get what I'm saying? Like a woman always say, just tell me the truth, and it could be regular. I really don't believe that.
Right.
I really don't believe if you tell a woman, I'm going to go over to Keisha's house tonight. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna be no, okay, I see you when you come back. You feel what I'm saying?
Because I'm gonna be the one to ask you. I'm gonna be the one, who the fuck is Keisha?
You see what I'm saying? Like, but you wanted me to say the truth,
I'm coming too, Ray.
But you just told me to tell you the truth.
We all going to Keisha's house, then.
Both of y'all going over to Keisha's house, you heard?
We all going there.
Now let me ask you this question, since you're a woman. If you was in a relationship, you loved him, y'all married, and he wanted to have that outside thing, and would you agree to it? If you be like, let me meet her, boom, 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 would you allow him to? Would you say?
I'm weird, cause okay. Damn, this is deep what I'm about to say. Wow. But,
swinger in motion.
I'm not really a swinger, no. Because I want what's mine.
You think, but however, I see where she's trying coming from,
however, like sister wives and shit and ancient, civilizations, I can see how those kind of situations work. And I love women, so I could understand to an extent and a degree. But it would depend on who that person is. Cause I genuinely love. So, and I never, though the agenda right now in this, time, in this era, how they over accentuate on like certain stuff that I don't want to speak on, but, when it comes to like polygamy in American culture, it may not work because, like I said, Western civilization has taught us that we own.
Yeah. That's where marriage came from.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think you, because like, I know you're spiritual, you know what I'm saying? You're well educated, you're well into culture and, things like that. Do you think that you intimidate men once they sit and they talk to you for a while? Like, she woke, like, she all the way the fuck woke.
Yeah, I think so. And it's real fast with me. Because when a guy try to rap to me, it's like I said, I'm the oracle. So I know shit. And the spirit, I believe in spirits. The spirits talk. And they'll tell you what question to ask. And how to communicate. And if it's not the one, it's not the one. Though I've had beautiful relationships, so honestly, in my life, I could say, looking back, you know,
right,
those questions. But I don't think I intimidate people. I think what it is I'm not that illusion that they're seeking. You know, and because I'm a mother first. So, you know, that's my first natural instinct is to be like that. You know, so
nurturing.
Yeah, I'm a very nurturing person, so it's my natural self, you know. But I think when you break up, it's because it's over, it's done. You're supposed to move forward, even though it's hard and it hurts.
Yeah, you learn something from that. You get what I'm saying? Like, no matter what you do, you learn something from that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know, I be saying that about myself. I know how my past relationships went. If I got back in another one, I would know how to maneuver. And not maneuver on no sneaky shit, but I know what it takes for us to be happy. You get what I'm saying? And my happy, their happy got match my happy. Cause now I'm in, if we together, that's why I don't think I'm with nobody now. Cause I'm like, if we together, boom, like I guess we were just talking about that situation. I'm not gonna be mad. It's your choice if you want to go mess with somebody else or you don't, or you want to stay the way you do. But I want to have, not saying that option, but I think you need that option. Even if you don't do it, I think you need that option. I just think it shouldn't be fitted that you just gotta be obligated to this one thing. You get what I'm saying?
Check this out. Let me read this real quick because I found something on ancient Egypt and marriage. In ancient Egypt, marriages were based on the idea of mutual respect and love. The average woman was treated better in ancient Egypt as compared to Athens or Rome or even China. The women were not expected to just be the property of the man. Instead, they enjoyed rights and were far less stigmatized for what they did. You know, but it's saying here you could either proceed with the marriage or dissolve it. This was called the year of eating and generally carried no stigma. Well, we stigmatize divorce now where now I own half your shit.
Right.
Yeah. I would love to build with you outside of the show. That's the type of stuff I be into.
Right. So, you know, we get caught into society or with the perception is what they telling us how we should be being spiritually and how we think. That's why I think when I come out and I be like, damn, I don't think like nobody else. You get what I'm saying? I never thought like nobody else. I never let the TV, I never let this person. I'm always that person to say, well, why is that for that? You get what I'm saying? Where you can't tell me that because you only got it from what somebody told you. You get what I'm saying? They always got an answer, but they don't got the answer. They got a quote that they get from somebody else. You get what I'm saying? From if it's in a scripture, a book, or the news told them. It's never what they feel. You get what I'm saying? And I think my feelings and me who I am is the greatest truth ever. You get what I'm saying? So if I think something or I do this, like I say, I believe in energy. Yeah. I believe in my energy around me. You get what I'm saying? So if you built like that, then life wouldn't be so hard. Like everything is like it is because it got boundaries, forced boundaries to it now. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, if you have a baby by one woman, you only can have a baby by that one woman. You get what I'm saying? Like, I always believe just because you had a baby by a woman don't mean you have to marry her.
Right. This is some Egyptian shit too that I'm reading here. But it also, and I wanna cite this site too, but I can't even see it right now. but it says while it's generally accepted, premarital sex is also not frowned upon, and people were somewhat fine with having illegitimate children as well. People could seek abortion freely, and it didn't matter if you were a virgin or not in ancient Egyptian society. So, you know,
right. So, you know, and then I think, like I say, just because you got a baby bomb don't mean y'all is matched for each other.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? You was just drawn by lust or just attraction or just because you wanted something, you did it. You get what I'm saying? You don't, because you had sex with somebody don't mean you have to love them. You get what I'm saying? Sex is a feeling. I say you get two things. We got two things. I say if I want a feeling or if I want to feel it. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like it takes a lot
it's
of
two
energy.
different things. You get what I'm saying?
It take a lot of energy and emotion, not to cut you all down. I feel like it take a lot of energy and emotion to have sex with somebody, and it's draining. It take energy out of you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it should be special, like a courtship or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I'm saying.
Man, I don't know what you guys is on with this fucking culture that you guys are coming up with now as far as this energy and sex and shit. Because there's a lot of guys now that feel as though they don't want to bust. They're trying to hold their semen during sex and all this. Or I don't know what.
I ain't never heard of that, bro. I can't do that.
I thought that's what you was insinuating on just now. Because I'm about to say, like, I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Bro, I don't think I can do that. I'm just talking about, like, I'm older now. I'm a man,
energy.
so
I'm just talking about,
I don't really go.
If I'm around you, I know what I'm feeling. I know what I'm getting from it.
Right.
I know how you. I know you. I know when you in a fucked up mood or when you in a good mood.
Yeah.
If you don't even show it on your face, I know because I go by energy.
Yeah.
Body language, energy, everything. If a person don't know how to read a person's body language, they're gonna be fucked up in life. Period.
If I see you upset, I'm
get
gonna
what
leave
I'm
you
saying?
alone.
So at the end of the day, somebody could walk in his house right now and just be fucked up that day, and I'd be like, that energy, I don't want to be around them. But that don't exactly make that them. They just was going through a fucked up time, and I just happened to meet them at that fucked up time. You get what I'm saying? But I can't judge it to say that. Now, the next time I meet them and they still got the same energy, I know that's what they are. You get what I'm saying? Because I give everybody the benefit of the doubt that you could just have a fucked up day. That's why a person like me, when I'm having one of them days, I stay my ass in the house. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't believe in passing bad energy to people. Bad energy is like cancer. You get what I'm
happens too. You know, I believe that thing when they say when you are with somebody that their spirit kind of, what's it called, attaches to you, some shit.
Yeah.
You gotta watch who you give the energy out.
Because you even with sex, you swapping them with you.
That's
like
what I was saying,
you getting some of who they are.
Yeah.
And if people don't understand that, they don't got nothing else. You getting some of who you are. At the end of the day, you having sex, you either gonna get an emotion, you gonna be like, damn, I had sex with them, I think I like them. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I'm an oral dentist.
You gonna get a feeling. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I was saying I can't keep having sex with a woman. She gonna want a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, she get attached. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, this real.
She gonna be like, what? You can't just come over here and just hit and leave. Like, you hit me up like that, boy.
You know, even people in relationships who have sex all the time, people start saying, don't they act alike? You know what I'm saying? They start laughing alike, doing shit together,
dressing alike,
like making certain gestures. That's because
that's how I know
y'all part of each other.
My
now.
chick always
y'all had
like
sex with each other. Y'all gonna eventually like some of the same things because y'all got you got some of them. I can't. What's the word for it?
Characteristics.
No, you got some of their atoms up in you and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like swapping all that shit. Like,
right.
You got their cells
their
and
DNA,
shit.
their DNA thing.
Like you extending it to them.
I ain't never really look at it like that.
That's why if you look at it like, you be like, damn, they starting to laugh alike. You know how people like, damn, they starting to look alike. You feel what I'm saying? Like they moving. That's a connection.
Yeah,
that's
it's
spiritual
connection. I feel like it's spiritual. Like, it can be spiritual.
Like right now, like I can, and I knew, like right now, I still know my kids since. Y'all get what I'm saying? They got a different, and I ain't talking about body odors or none of that. They got a smell that whatever, an enzyme or whatever.
I don't know,
I could smell them. And it's not, it's like, it's a human natural thing. I know, I could smell, I got like, it's like not an aroma, but it's like an essence.
But that's true, and you know what's crazy?
You get what I'm saying?
It's retarded. If you be with the wrong person and they not a good person, and they kind of like got some bad spirits or something, that make you stink.
Right. Yeah, all that. You feel what I'm saying? But
it rub off on you. Like if they got stinking armpits and bad body odor, and you mess with them, then you gonna be thinking like that too.
And I said that's crazy because I get the same. Like you know how when you first touch your baby, you know when you first pick up your baby, I still get that from them. I can't explain it. You get what I'm saying? But I can still get that from them. You get what I'm saying? Like that, whatever it is. I can still get that from them when I'm with them. You get what I'm saying? And I'll be like, that's deep.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's deep.
So the oracle. I like that, the oracle.
The oracle.
Let me ask you, what do you have? I'm gonna change the tempo a little bit. What do you have? I know you was talking about you working on Cloud 9. What else you got coming up? You got any comedy going? You got any, you know, like anything else that's going on that we need to know about?
Right now I'm focusing on some scripts that I would like to finish. I have a movie that I've written that I'm holding on to, but I have a mini series called The Forbidden Coast. Okay. And I would like to pitch it to like Jordan Peele once I have almost 2 episodes right now. So that's one thing I got on the back burner. It's a story about vultures. When I was a preschool teacher at one of the centers, about 50 vultures started coming to the center, and they would like perch on top of the building. And, you know, I was just looking, and at first, like, they so ugly and big that it was astounding to me. So I started to develop this story, and I've been inspired from the jobs that I've had during COVID. See, when the world shut down, I had this story in my head because right before the world shut down, these birds were coming to my job. And I'm like, what is this for? This is a sign of something. No doubt it would be 50 birds. 50. And these birds,
they out here heavy. They out here heavy now.
Yes. And so I was like,
you were at a Walmart, all them birds was out there outside the Walmart.
I don't know where they coming from, but they definitely out here in this world. They taking over the city.
Yes, this story is it's a love story, but it's also a horror story because it's a haunted mansion this lady inherits in Tallahassee, Florida, and these birds are there. She inherits it because her parents, her dad was from England, was messing with her mom and was embarrassed because she was a black woman. And he always took care of his daughter, though, but he never told nobody about her. She ended up growing up and taking over part of his hotel business and inherited a mansion in the South that's haunted by birds. And that's the premise of the story. And I'm working on that right now.
Sounds very interesting. I would like to see it myself.
Yeah, definitely. She's the lady. One of the parts that I can't wait to write or get to this part is that she's almost going to sell the mansion in like the end of the second or beginning of the 3rd episode, and the birds are going to take her eyes. And so all through this series, you're going to have this lady, this beautiful black woman that has one eye. In this mansion that's haunted with these vultures, but nature has a part in it, and it's really dope story so far. So
I'll watch it.
Sound like it's gonna be interesting.
Well, you know, I've been looking for a writer, right? I can come up with the ideas, but I got a thing that I'm talk to you about. about something I want to be wrote, and see if you're interested in it.
Of course, no doubt.
Yeah.
And do you have any comedy shows coming up, or was that just something you just was trying, or?
Right now, there's a spot that I practice at. It's out here in Howard County, Maryland. It's called Nottingham. I have a friend to follow him on IG at Sean Sayboy. And I just go there to practice.